The moment he saw her, his heart tightened. A little girl sitting alone on the cold concrete steps, her backpack slumped beside her, eyes staring at the ground as if the weight of the world was pressing down on her tiny shoulders. And here he was, a single dad, juggling a full day of work, errands, and the never-ending noise of life. But something inside him told him he couldn't just walk by. Before we dive in, tell me where you're watching from. Drop it in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps stories like this reach more hearts. He was holding his lunch, a simple sandwich packed in a paper bag, but in that moment it felt like it could mean everything. Without overthinking, he knelt beside her and offered half. "Hey, want some?" he asked softly, keeping his tone gentle, careful not to scare her. She looked up, startled, her eyes glossy with tears she hadn't realized were falling. For a moment, silence hung between them, the kind of silence that's heavy but fragile, like a secret waiting to be shared. Then, with a hesitant nod, she accepted it. He didn't ask her why she was sad or what had happened. Sometimes words aren't needed. Sometimes a simple gesture, a shared sandwich, a kind glance, can speak louder than anything else. They sat together on those concrete steps, two strangers connected by a small, human moment. What he didn't see, as he was laughing softly at her shy smile, was the woman standing just a few feet behind him. Her sharp heels clicked softly against the pavement, but her heart was anything but steady. She watched as this man, with worn jeans and calloused hands, offered kindness without expecting anything in return. She knew that look. She had seen it in him, and it stirred something inside her she hadn't felt in years. That little girl, her daughter, had just found a friend in a complete stranger. And that stranger, well, he was about to change her world too. The first part of the story is simple yet profound. Life throws hardships at everyone, but moments of genuine human connection remind us why kindness matters. For the girl, that sandwich wasn't just lunch. It was proof that someone saw her, someone cared. For him, it was a reminder that the world could still surprise you with beauty, even in the smallest gestures. The next morning, he found himself at the same coffee shop he always went to, mentally replaying the previous day. And then she walked in, the woman from the steps, the CEO of a thriving company, known for her sharp mind and impeccable reputation, now standing in front of him not as a boss, but as a mother whose heart had been touched in a way she hadn't anticipated. "Thank you," she said simply, her voice steady but her eyes betraying a storm of gratitude. "For yesterday, you didn't just share your sandwich. You reminded my daughter, and me, that there are still good people in the world." He laughed nervously, scratching the back of his neck. "I didn't do much, just shared what I had." She shook her head. "No, you did more than that, and I want to make sure you know just how much it meant to us." Over the next few weeks, their paths crossed more often. He helped her daughter with school projects, shared laughter and tears, and slowly became an integral part of their small, growing circle. His world, once limited by struggle and routine, began to expand with warmth he hadn't realized he'd been missing. And for her, she saw a man whose heart was bigger than any boardroom could contain, a man whose simple act of kindness had reminded her what mattered most. In the end, it wasn't about money, status, or recognition. It was about connection, about seeing someone in need and acting without hesitation. That small act, a sandwich shared on cold steps, had rippled out, touching lives in ways neither of them could have predicted. And as they watched the little girl run ahead, laughing freely for the first time in weeks, they both knew something profound. Life has a way of rewarding courage, compassion, and the simple, quiet acts that make us human. Because sometimes the smallest gestures, given with a full heart, become the moments that change everything.